Where every keystroke left a trace and every screen glowed with secrets, Ezra Kane was a ghost in the machine. Known online as Bloodhound, he was a detective who hunted murderers not in alleyways but in data streams, forums, and encrypted chats. His office was a cluttered apartment in Chicago, lined with monitors, cooling fans humming like a chorus of mechanical monks. Ezra didn't carry a badge or a gun, just a keyboard, a knack for patterns, and an obsession with justice. Ezra's latest case began with a tip on a dark web forum called Red Veil, a cesspool of anonymous users trading everything from drugs to hitman services. A user, Grim Tango, had posted a cryptic message. 3 down, 2 to go, Chicago weeps. Attached was a grainy photo of a knife, blood crusted on its edge, and coordinates pointing to a derelict warehouse on Chicago's south side. The post had been deleted within minutes, but Ezra's bots crawling the underbelly of the internet had snagged a screenshot. He cross-referenced the coordinates with local news. 3 bodies had been found in Chicago over the past month, 2 men and a woman, all stabbed, no suspects. The police were stumped, their press releases vague. Ezra, however, saw a thread. He pulled up the victims' digital footprints, social media, bank records, even fitness tracker data leaked on the dark web. All 3 had visited a specific coffee shop, Bean and Bite, in the Loop. Coincidence? Maybe. But Ezra didn't believe in coincidences. He donned a VPN mask, cloaking his IP, and logged into Red Veil as Shade Wraith, a persona he'd cultivated for years. He posted a bait thread. Heard Chicago's got a new artist, Knives and Blood. Anyone got details? Within hours, Grim Tango bit. Artist? Call it poetry. 2 more stanzas left. Ezra's pulse quickened. He traced Grim Tango's connection through layers of proxies, narrowing it to a public Wi-Fi hub at Surprise, Bean and Bite. Ezra wasn't a field guy. His knees shook at the thought of leaving his screens, but the coffee shop was a lead he couldn't ignore. He grabbed a burner phone, a baseball cap, and headed out, blending into Chicago's grey drizzle. Bean and Bite was a hipster haunt, exposed brick, overpriced lattes, and a clientele glued to laptops. Ezra ordered a black coffee, sat by the window, and opened his laptop, running a packet sniffer to monitor the Wi-Fi network. Every device that connected was a suspect. Hours passed. His screen flagged a device with an encrypted VPN, its traffic bouncing through servers in Russia and Singapore. Whoever it was, they were careful. Ezra's software couldn't crack the encryption, but he noticed the device connected daily at 3 p.m. He started visiting the shop, observing. A barista with a nose ring, a guy in a hoodie typing furiously, a woman in a suit, always on her phone. Any of them could be Grim Tango. Back home, Ezra dug deeper. He hacked into Bean and Bite's security cameras. Child's play for someone who'd breached Pentagon subcontractors for fun as a teen. Footage showed the victims, each visiting the shop days before their deaths, but no clear suspect emerged. Frustrated, he returned to Red Veil, where Grim Tango had posted again, 4th verse sung. 1 left. Catch me if you can, Bloodhound. Ezra froze. The killer knew his alias. The 4th victim hit the news the next morning, a tech CEO stabbed in his penthouse. Ezra's stomach churned. Grim Tango was taunting him, escalating. He analyzed the CEO's digital trail, emails, X-posts, even his smart fridge's logs. The CEO had tweeted about Bean and Bite a week prior, praising their cold brew. Ezra's theory solidified. The killer was targeting people linked to the coffee shop, possibly scraping social media for victims. Ezra needed to predict the 5th target. He wrote a script to scrape X for recent posts mentioning Bean and Bite. Hundreds of hits, but one stood out. A local journalist, Mia Torres, who'd posted, "Best latte at Bean and Bite, my daily ritual." Her profile was public, her routine predictable. If Grim Tango was watching, she was next. Ezra faced a dilemma. Contacting Mia directly risked exposing himself. Tipping off the police anonymously might not be fast enough. He compromised, sending Mia an encrypted email from a throwaway account. "You're in danger. Avoid bean and bite. Trust me." He hoped it was enough. Meanwhile, he set a trap. Using Red Veil, he posted as Shade Wraith. "Grim Tango, you're sloppy. I know your hunting ground. Meet me at the warehouse midnight, or I leak your IPA bluff." Ezra hadn't cracked Grim Tango's proxies, but he banked on the killer's ego. He rigged the warehouse with cheap webcams streaming to his laptop and alerted the police with an anonymous tip about suspicious activity. Midnight came. Ezra watched the feed from his apartment, heart pounding. A figure appeared, hooded, carrying a knife. Grim Tango. But the figure wasn't alone. A second person, Mia Torres, stumbled into frame, blindfolded, hands bound. Ezra cursed. She hadn't heeded his warning. Grim Tango had escalated to kidnapping. The police were en route, but minutes away. Ezra hacked the warehouse's old sprinkler system, triggering it remotely. Water sprayed, startling Grim Tango, who slipped, dropping the knife. Mia, hearing the commotion, bolted blindly. Ezra typed furiously, looping the warehouse's lights to flash, disorienting the killer further. Sirens wailed. Grim Tango fled, but not before Ezra's cameras caught a partial face, enough for facial recognition. He ran the image through a black market database, matching it to a name. Lucas Reed, a former barista at Bean and Bite fired for stalking customers. Reed's digital trail was meticulous, his VPNs near impenetrable, but Ezra had his real-world identity. The police arrested Reed at his apartment, finding knives matching the murder weapons. Mia, shaken but alive, gave a statement. Ezra watched the news, anonymous as ever. Red Veil buzzed with chatter about Bloodhound's takedown, some calling him a hero, others a snitch. He didn't care. 4 families had closure. 1 life was saved. Ezra leaned back, sipping cold coffee. His screens glowed with new alerts. Another case, another killer. The internet never slept, and neither did he. Bloodhound was already hunting.